Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel. In today's video, we're going to be solving the math problem from the movie A Brilliant Mind. It's been a very long time since I watched the movie, but basically there's a problem where the main character gets called to the board pretty much to answer a practice problem, because they're kind of like at Math Olympia or something like that, or some fancy math competition, and they were getting ready for it, so they get given this problem. And here's a picture pretty much from the movie. Old mate here, he's pretty much solving the problem that we're going to be tackling in this video. So, 20 random cards are placed in a row, all face down. A move consists of turning a face down card face up and turning over the card immediately to the right. Show no matter what the choice of card to turn, this sequence must terminate. Okay, so what we're going to do is exactly the way he starts the problem in the film. So what he's going to do is define pretty much what an up and a down card is. So he says, let a face down card be 1, okay? And let a face up be 0. So we can see here this is binary, okay? So imagine we have 20 pretty much cards. Now I'm not going to be doing 20, I'm going to be doing like 5 or 6 just to show you as an example. So for example, they're all face down, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now since this is binary numbers, this is the largest binary number that we can have pretty much, 1, 1, 1, 1. And that's going to be important pretty much very later. So what we're going to do is flip pretty much one of them. So what we're going to do is pretty much flip this guy here just as our first one. So it could be any order. I'm just choosing this one as an example. So this is only with 5 cards. Okay? But it'll work with 20 cards as well. So you can have 1 that turns to a 0, and you have to flip the 1 to the right of it. So this gets flipped as well. Okay? Now, what we're going to do is now flip this guy here. So if we flip that one, that will become a 0, and then we have to flip this guy as well because it's to the right of it. So we get a 1, and then we get a 0, and then we get a 1 and a 1. Then we're going to flip pretty much this guy here. So that turns into a 0. So we have a 0, and that becomes a 1 because we have to flip it because it's to the right. And what we can do is, alright, well, if we flip that one, well, we can see, alright, we're going to get 0, 0, 0, and that also gets flipped, so you get a 0 there. And then if you flip that one, you get a 0 afterwards, so you get pretty much all of them flipped over. You can do this in any particular order. So for example, I didn't have to choose that card, for example. So I could choose this guy here. I could flip that one, and I could get 1, 1, 0, and that would flip as well to a 0. Then I could flip this guy here, so I get a 0, and then I get a 0 here. And then I could flip either this, I could flip this one, and you get a 0, 0, 0, 0. So eventually, they all become face down. So, what we can see here is they're binary numbers. Now, no matter what order you pick, all of them are decreasing. So for example, this is the largest binary number you can have. And every single turn you make, the number gets smaller. So for example, this number is smaller than this one above. This number here is smaller than this one, etc. And you can see no matter what order, you're always going to get a smaller number on the bottom. So we can say they are strictly decreasing. So since it's a binary system and they're strictly decreasing, therefore they must terminate. So that means pretty much they all go to 0 pretty much. Because you cannot take away from it, you cannot take away from a positive integer forever without it becoming negative. Therefore pretty much it must terminate. So you could write that as a little sentence if you want to. So you can basically say because you can't take away from a positive integer without it becoming negative. So what does that mean? So we start off with a large number, and with this pattern, no matter what order we pick, it's going to be decreasing. And if a positive number is decreasing, that means it's approaching 0. Therefore, it must terminate. And that's how you solve the problem pretty much. So it works with 20 cards, works with 10 cards, it works with pretty much all cards. And that's pretty much it. Righto, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.